Well, what is going on? Welcome back to Clayton Schick Outdoors. Of course, I'm Clayton Schick, and yep, you guessed it, this is the outdoors. Walleye fishing today, something a little bit different though. We are going to focus mostly on hyper rattles, Acme hyper rattles. We're going to try to stay away from the leeches. I think we're going to try to put some fish with artificials, and I got a little bit of a wind today, not much, just like a nice little walleye chop. Water temp is about 3 degrees cooler than it was the other day, and as Jay Seamans like to say, sometimes the walleyes can be in the shallows. So what that means is I might push off just a little bit deeper, kind of like 15 to 20 feet, somewhere in there, possibly. Not saying they're not still going to be shallow. I'll probably poke there around there a little bit as well. But sometimes with that inconsistent water temperature in the shallows, they'll move out a little bit. Usually when you get like a warming, how should I say it? A warming pattern, that's when the walleyes will kind of tuck back up into the shallow waters a little bit. Not say they're not there today. We're gonna have a peak for sure. But we got the 360 going on. There was some fish already there just off the front of the boat. You can see it just vanished as soon as that thing's it refreshed. There's still 2 more there, so those 2 little fish are gonna vanish here too. But we're going to, I think I'm going to put the back of my boat into the wind and just kind of go forward so I can keep or go backwards so I can keep the sun out of the camera angle. So let's do it. Let's try to put some walleye in the boat. Head camera. We need the head camera. Also, somewhere in this video, there will be some details how you can win one of these new Savage Gear rods. They got a hold of me and they said, why don't you give one away? So basically you can pick which walleye rod you want and I will get a hold of them with your address and all that stuff, but we will talk about how to enter that somewhere in this video. I'm not going to tell you where. You're just going to have to watch the whole thing to find out where. Let's start with the smaller one. So all I'm doing is kind of go backwards into the wind here for now. Got some fish right below me right now. Oh, yep, right there. Hard. I got my graph on this one, but the mark was right over on the 2D. I saw it right below me. Nice. Walter, walleye. I probably need to get my net. Hyper rattle strikes quick. Really, literally in like the first, I don't even know, first 5 minutes? No, less. 2-3 minutes? Well, right there, first one of the day. Nice little eater. It's gonna go in the live well. So this is just the smallest little hyper rattle. This is 10 gram. And all I'm doing is just backing into the wave slowly and just giving it short little pops. I fished a lot of jigging raps where we'll give it like a big pop, or the biggest hyper rattle, you give it a big pop. This I'm just giving it little flicks right on the bottom, but you keep constant contact with the bottom. So right now it's on the bottom. It's going flick, let it go back down, flick, let it go back down. Little flicks with your rod tip. And then a lot of times what'll happen is the walleye will see that bait fall to the bottom and they'll rush down there and they'll pin it right to the bottom. Hyper rattles, they're a good little bait. They're Carter's favorite ice fishing bait. And I'm a big fan of these style of baits for open water as well. I just noticed my windscreen fell off, so I'm sorry if that last little audio clip wasn't that good. Oh, here we go. Come on. Change back to the 2D here real quick on here. So you can see on the graph, I got fish on me right here. Oh yeah, look at that. Come on. Got him. Nice, nice. There, that's a little bit nicer fish. Not huge, but a little bit nicer. A little bit nicer. So all under the boat too here. There we go. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. Oh, easy, easy. Easy. It's a nice rod with this bait. Very nice rod with this bait. Okay, got him right in the side of the head. That's why he felt a little bit better. Ooh, ooh, sticky hook, sticky hook. There we go. This guy will actually go in the live well as well. Fish 2. I'm glad I got that changed quick to the 2D graph so you could see a little bit of it. These fish are milking hard right now. Just finishing their spawn time, their spawn. Oh, geez, I was just going back to the 360 and got nailed. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Easy game right now. Easy game. I think this one I can boat flip in here. Ooh, that was nothing to it. It's just such a fun way to catch walleyes. It's probably my favorite way out of everything I do. It's like sharpshooting them. I'm not necessarily sharpshooting now. I'm just kind of doing like a controlled drift here, and like right now I'm 14.5 feet, but anywhere between 14 feet to 18 feet, somewhere in there. 16 feet has been my good depth so far. But it's just, I don't know, it's probably the funnest way to fish them in my opinion. I don't know why it is, right? Everybody likes something different, but there's something about that, like it's more of an aggressive bite, I think, is why I like it so much. And it's like, to me, the most exciting part to fishing is always that hook set, that initial hookup. Big fish is always a bonus. But this rod, the one I'm using right here, this one is a 7.3 medium light power fast action, and that's what I'm using on that small hyper rattle. On the bigger hyper rattle, actually this is the medium sized hyper rattle, this is the 17 gram hyper rattle. This rod I have, it's a 7.3 medium power fast action. It is made for basically baits this size or the one size bigger. So I've got a combination of both rods, right, that can handle both sizes of baits. Not that this rod right here wouldn't handle that one, it still would, but I have two rods, so why not take advantage of them. And then on this rod I have paired, it's a new line for me actually, 10-pound Suffix 131 line. I think it's C-Core. I'm probably messing that up, and I don't know if I have a package with me right now. And on this rod, I have a 20-pound braid on there. So far the line's good. Obviously I'm just starting to use it, so I don't know how good it is yet, but I like the feel of it. It's why I wanted to go with it this year. It's round. I don't like the braided lines that are oval. I want like a true round line, and for me that's always the smoothest casting line, is that it's perfectly round. So we'll see. I'm excited to try it this year. I've got line for walleye, I've got line for pike, I've got line for lake trout. We're gonna try a little bit of everything, so it should be good. But fishing right now, this is some of the best fishing I've seen for like the start of the season. So I hope this is a sign of some things to come this year. I know it's small, but at some point, maybe not today, but we're gonna get some big mamas. Especially as the season goes, we're gonna put some big walleyes in the boat this year. I can feel it. Try a little bit more with this hyper rattle, and we'll go to one size bigger. Hyper rattles. And there's so many different ways to fish these. You could cast them out and work them back in, which I might do at some point here. I think I'll probably I just missed one. I'll spot lock here somewhere and then kind of like fish below the boat, plus I'll kind of cast it out a little bit and work them in. There's so many different ways to fish them. I want to take advantage more of the 360 and kind of use it a little bit. I've noticed some fish in it, but when you're fishing vertical or moving around a little bit, it's a little bit harder. If I was spot locked in one area, obviously the 360 would come in a little bit more handy. This is crazy, like just one after another right now. They're smaller. These, the last couple I caught are a bit smaller, but it's definitely happening. Nice English, Clayton. I talk like my little nephew, Cooper. Happening. It's happening. Little guys need love too. Okay, we're smashing fish. Let's talk quickly what we're gonna do to give one of these rods away. All you have to do in this video is comment below and tell me one of your favorite lakes to fish. Of course, if you don't want to give your honey hole away, you just say any lake, but leave a lake that you like to fish in the comments below, and you will be entered in a draw to win one of these 3 Savage rods. Actually, I think they have a couple other rods to choose from in the Walleye series, but let's go with the Battletek Walleye series rod. I think there's 6 different rods there you can win. Just one entry a person, so you can comment as many lakes as you want, but you're only going to be entered one time. And yeah, I'll pick a winner out of there. It'll be a random generator, and Savage will ship you the rod of your choice. I'll get in contact with you. You can tell me which rod you want, and they will ship it to you. So thank you so much for Savage Gear for participating and helping us out with a rod. I love giving stuff away, as everybody knows, so awesome. Quick, go enter. Here we go, fish on me right now. Fish on me. Oh, missed him. Missed him. Missed him again. That's 3 misses. Oh, I missed him again. 4 misses. Always like to say, Clayton, be better. Clayton, be better. Oh, got him. Got him. Got him. After 4 misses, I finally caught him. Or maybe he caught me. Little guy. Tiny. If you told me that I could only fish for walleye one style for the rest of my life, say it's like, Clayton, you could pick one style and that was it, I think I'd quit fishing. I love nothing more than being able to switch up styles and fish different ways. And like I said, this is obviously one of my favorite ways. And then I'll slip bob in a video, and then I'll be like, that's my favorite way. And then I'll hit him with a jig and a leech and I'll say, that's my favorite way. I'm all over the map. But anyways, what I'm saying is I like to fish in different styles and learn different ways. And I think that's a key to becoming a better angler, is learn different techniques and styles. Don't get stuck in a rut and always do the same thing every time you go out. I always try every year to do something a little bit different too, like out of my comfort level or something new to me. And I bought some lead core line this year, and I'm gonna learn how to troll some walleyes with lead core. Not something I've done before, so we're gonna try it out and see what it's all about. So it's a learning curve. Everything is, but don't get stuck in a rut and always do the same thing. Switch around a little bit. Oh, fish right on the bottom. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Oh, he's chasing. Got him, got him, right there. Fish, now he's coming up. Isn't that cool? So cool to watch him on the graph. Like, so cool. So cool. Should I boat flip this one? Oh, I don't know. I should probably net this one. This one's gonna go in the live well. Awesome. Smashing them right now. Still just milking like crazy. So we better get in the live well before he makes a mess in my boat. Everybody always thinks on our Saskatchewan reservoirs that you have to, I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people always think on our Saskatchewan reservoirs that you have to be using some kind of bait. Night crawlers, leeches, minnows, something. No bait right there at all. Zero bait. All artificial. I'm going to put down the bigger hyper rattle and play with that one for a little bit. When I say bigger, it's the one size bigger than this. It's actually the medium size. This is a 10. I'm going to go to a 17 gram hyper rattle. Little pops. Just little pops. Little pops. Okay, here we go. Walleye's on the bottom. Right below me. Got him. Nice. That was a pretty light bite too. Like he didn't hit it very aggressively. He just come up and just kind of latched onto it on the bottom. Nice. Okay, easy, buddy. Easy. Well, I caught one on the one upsize hyper rattle now. Oh, got stuff everywhere. I gotta clean that off before I get back to fishing. Oh, jeez, I was just about to snap it. I felt him pick it up. Good sensitivity. Good sensitivity. Oh, I don't know if I can boat flip that one. This one's probably a netter. This one's probably a netter. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good quality fish. Like, they're not all tiny. I've caught some smaller ones today, but these are all, as you would say in the fishing world, they're good eaters. And that guy is gonna be just that. He's gonna be my 4th one in the live well. Finishes up my limit for the day. I didn't really expect to be slamming walleye with this style of bait this early in the season, but I will take it. I will take it. Well, I don't know if it's the color or the size I have right now, but this bait isn't as hot as that first one was. So we're gonna go back to that first one for a little bit and see what happens. I do think earlier in the season, a little bit smaller is better. Oh, there we go. Well, It didn't take long with the smaller bait after I switched back from the bigger one. Not a good fish, or not a big fish I should say, but because any fish is actually a good fish in my eyes. I'm just so giddy right now because I love fishing so much. Oh geez, there we go. That one just ate it right off the bottom. Went to go snap it and bang. Smaller bait definitely I think is the key today. That one, he absolutely inhaled it too. You know what? This guy is actually bleeding pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is swap him out with one of my other fish in the live well, since the other fish are good and nice and live yet. And this guy's bleeding and he'll be supper. Selective harvest, right? Kill the ones that are probably gonna die anyway. We'll put you in there, buddy, and we'll grab one of your friends here and we will release them. How about you right there? Or maybe are you smaller? I'm trying to grab the smallest one out of here. Okay, that guy right there. There, and this is the guy that's not doing so good. Yes, perfect. Nothing wrong with some selective harvest, right? Especially that's the nice thing with the live well. Every fish is still healthy. Kept the one that was hooked deep, is probably gonna die. Throw the one out that's nice and healthy. Here's my box of hyper rattles that I use for pretty much for the whole year. 3 different sizes. The 28 gram, which obviously I'm not using today at all. These ones I use later in the year. Heavy, dense, fall quick, pound the bottom hard. Great for big walleyes. Some of my favorite colors are the clown and the white with a little chartreuse tip. Those are very good. I know Lake Winnipeg, the pink ones are good. And then the medium size ones, which I used a little bit today, these are the 17 gram hyper rattles. These are good. I use these a lot come midsummer for sure. They work both for aggressive fish, for sometimes negative fish, and if the bite isn't that hot. These ones, probably the ones I use the most are probably the medium sized ones. And then the smaller ones, which I mentioned, are actually Carter's favorite for ice fishing season. And they've been the killer today when maybe the bite is not as hot. They want something just a little bit smaller. Those are the 10 gram. Hyper rattles from Acme. They're a staple in my box for a lot of years, and I'm gonna put some more serious time into the bigger ones this year come later in the season for sure. On that note, we'll wrap up the video. Nothing crazy, not a long video, nice and short. Nothing big for walleyes, but a couple tips and tricks and whatnot. And obviously, most important part, rod giveaway. So remember, mention the lake that you like to fish below in the comments. Even if you leave just your lake name and that's it, the lake comment or whatever, or comment that says the name of the lakes. Slow down, Clayton, and talk to the people. Win one of these rods, the Battletek Walleye series. You can send me a message after you win. We'll connect and you can pick which walleye rod you want and they'll send one right to your door. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, get outside.